Hello everyone and welcome to the Pennzoil Pro Series for Season 5, Race 8 at the Ocean State Speedway for the Ocean State 400. It's the first time the ASCA will visit Rhode Island, and we come to Coventry, Rhode Island for this race. This track is a 3/4 mile D-shaped oval, similar in shape to what likes of Atlanta, Charlotte, but the difference is this track is super flat, kind of like a New Hampshire, and it'll be interesting to see how these drivers are able to tackle the course. Sam Rogers and ASCA Leauge will qualify on pole for the first running of this track, with Michael Jones, Cesar Chavez, Logan Sanders rounding out the top 5. Something interesting here, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie or a veteran, it'll be your first time racing at this course, as never in the history of the ASCA we've been here, so it could be the big equalizer here to start off, or at least to lead off the middle part of the season. As you see the rest of the cars down the grid, some surprising starting positions by Kyle Collins, Ryan Kendall, Eric Willis. You see them drop way deep in the field after qualifying, and cars not qualifying, Chase Marks, Eric Monaco, and Carson Bowers with Malley Motorsports' first attempt. They will not make the show. But anyways, as we see, here are your onboard cameras for today's action. Kyle Collins, Jay Barker with the roof cams, and Rick Witt holding the visor cam. Garmin by Fusion on board. And they'll give us some great shots of the action out on track. But for the action coming out of turn 4, 42 drivers ready to light it up. The pace cars down on pit road, leaving the field in the hands of Sam Rogers as he will see the green flag and get ready to start 100 laps around this flat 3/4 mile oval. Pole shot will go to Sam Rogers as he rounds turns 3 and 4. You see just how flat this track is. The inside line is the preferred way around this track. However, outside there seems to be a little grip, and sometimes you can make the runs off the corner work for you. But as you see Michael Jones working that inside line, it is the preferred way around the track. And you see Michael Jones looking to complete that pass on ASCA Leauge. Sam Rogers and Hossein, not two names normally figured to be starting out front, but for a track like this in its first ever appearance, it's natural to have some surprises come your way. As for Rogers, him and the entire organization of National Racing have been excited for this race ever since they showed up. Those cars were 1, 2, 3, and 5 in practice results, and currently they're looking to continue that performance here. Obviously Sam Rogers got the best of everyone else in qualifying. The rest of the team might have a little bit to make up in the speed factor, but as for now, there's still plenty of racing left, 100 laps here at the track, and it'll be interesting to see how exactly the rest of this race plays out. As you see, ASCA Leauge has kind of fended off the attack from the 47 car. He'll drop into second place, and then just behind Michael Jones, the 21 car of Matthew Brown is fitted in 4th. Brian Boone back here, middle of the pack. A winner already this season, and it's kind of surprising to see him back here because we were just talking about Bad Dad Racing being this shining spotlight of in the season so far, or at least early on, and Brian Boone being your points leader, you'd expect him to be right out front, or at least inside the top 10. Hasn't been the case this week, and it's been a bit of a struggle for him, as well as numerous other teams, including the 83 car, last week's winner at Chicagoland, Kyle Collins. He's been strung up on the outside line and has not been able to make up any ground at all. You see him stuck behind two other very notable names here at the back of the pack, Webster Zygarde and Derek Petrie, both stuck in traffic on that outside lane. They've got a lot of progress to make up in order to come out of here with a good finish. And right now it does not look like it's happening on the outside. Getting passed right now by Haley Wish. That's not exactly the direction you want to be going early in the race. Their teammate, though, Kyle Singer, out front here for Big Motorsports. It was a bit of a struggle for him last week at Chicagoland, so maybe the tables have flipped. As for Singer, he comes in here 3rd in points, looking to make up some ground on the 2 cars in front of him, which he, in fact, happens to be in front. Nick Purcell's and Brian Boone being those 2 drivers. But he's going to get moved up out of the groove here by Logan Sanders, who's also been showing a strong hand here today. Moving inside the top 5 now for that Centric Parts Ford. But you see Singer driving it deep into the corner. He's been vocal about some of the inconsistency this team has been facing as compared to last year. but still plenty of time to turn things around as we are only at the halfway point for the regular season. plenty of time to keep things improving as the year goes on. Jay Barker in 4th in points, just behind Kyle Singer. You see him also having a decent run. Not as high up as Singer, but he is in the field of view for that number 2 car, working underneath the 88 and the 24 of Cesar Chavez just in front of him. Barker also looking to contend for the championship this year and defend his title. One of the early favorites, and continues to be a stout performer after his win at Bristol, and continues to show up each week, and had showed up earlier in the week. However, he is not showing that top 5 speed like his teammate is out front here. Sam Rogers absolutely putting on a clinic early on, pulling away from the 02 car, but everyone else seemingly sliding into a single file formation mostly through the pack. As you see the flyby, check and see where your favorite driver is running at the conclusion of lap 25. Just past a quarter of the way through the race, Jet Porkins was one of the other drivers at National Racing having great practice speeds. And it looks like the race speed is starting to come in as Porkins looking to make up some ground just behind Kyle Singer. Finished second to his teammate Jay Barker, one of the more frustrating moments of his career, I'd say. Even though it's second place and that was his best career finish, he would have definitely enjoyed a win there at that racetrack. And a lot of people point to tracks like this as places where Porkins can make up some ground. The shorter type of track where you have to get off the gas a lot earlier in the corners, that seems to be where Porkins excels, and he is showing it here again with the top 6 run. It's been a bit of a chaotic week for Smart Motorsports, to say the least. Target pulling out of their sponsorship programs, as well as the team dropping Julio Cesar from their team. Target pulling out because of that action. And right now they're only left with 3 cars on the track after starting the season as a 4-car organization. You see Herjel Alonso there and Blaine Keys in the 41 just behind. They're looking to try to restructure and maybe go at it at a different pace as they started out the year, maybe expanding a little too quickly. And it's definitely been a struggle, losing a lot of cars early season due to accidents, and just hoping to try to build on each race that comes at them and continue to get a little better as the season goes on. The 75, unfortunate for him, he is down on power. Right now he is rating with his team, unsure of what the issue is there, but as you can see, he was inside the top 10 at the start of the race. But now the leader, Sam Rogers, can see him pretty clearly through the front windshield, and he is only getting bigger. So for a driver that came in top 5 of points, Ryan Dunn, it's not going to be a good points day for him. Giovanni Perazza is the first to announce Season 6 plans, as his longtime sponsors, Gree and Connect Gear Rings, will both be returning on that Chevrolet next season, and their continued alliance with Big Motorsports will also continue. Giovanni Perazza and Perazza Incorporated, one of the family-owned teams. As you see, actually, hang on to that thought a minute. We got pit stops here, and plenty of cars peeling off down on pit road. But as for Perazza, that's great to hear. Spent a few seasons in the Copa Amateur Series, but good to see him back in the Pennzoil Pro Series, and he's been improving each and every week that he's come to the track. And looking at pit road here, all of our leaders now down. This will be one of, I believe, 2 stops. Oh, the 7 car stalls it, leaving pit road. And there's even more contact back there. The 02 of Hossein, and I think that was Stuart Gratton getting involved. That was a bit of a door bang, I think. I couldn't quite tell, but as for Sam Rogers, his lead has evaporated. It looks like he's still going to maintain control of the lead, or at least he will be once things cycle out. Currently the leader is the 83 car right there, but he should come down pit road this time, and he will. Now relinquish the lead to the 7 car, but that car just behind him is not a lapped car. That is second place Logan Sanders after having an incredible pit stop. There goes more cars off of pit road. Jay Barker looks like he might slot into 3rd place. Maybe no. I believe the 21 might be able to hold the inside line here, but it will be a battle. Maybe not. It looks like Barker will pull ahead into 3rd place, and he will secure a National Racing 1-3 in the podium positions right now. But currently that top spot is really being contested as Logan Sanders wants by, showing a lot of speed here in the second portion of the race. And as we near halfway, this could be a turning point for the race for Sam Rogers, as all of that speed at the beginning, where is it right now? As he is being absolutely hounded by the 09 car. And Sanders is not letting him go at all. You see as we get to our mid-race report, as the 21 car is kind of falling off the back of the number 2 car, but still a great run so far by Matthew Brown and the whole DW Motorsports organization. Kyle Singer still holding a strong in 5th position, and Jay Durrell making use of those pit stops as well, moving his way up into the 6th position. He's keeping his name in the hunt to be the first Ocean State winner. And just riding right behind Kyle Singer, that's a great place to be, as you're only halfway through the race. Hold on to your equipment, there's still another pit stop left to be had. But as for the pit stop that just happened, oh boy, was it a miserable one for our Chastain. Came in 2nd, and I believe in probably the later 20s. I can't really tell right now. But as for the guy behind him as well, Nick Purcell's, both of these cars had contact on pit road. You see the right side of Hassain's car is all damaged up from Stuart Gratton's contact, and the 00 has also experienced some head-on contact. His hood is crumpled up a little bit. He came in here 2nd in points, and at this rate, he's just going to want to try to hold it there, as other drivers are having much better days so far. And as for Cesar Chavez, he's having a good day, running just outside the top 10 at the moment, looking to try to break in. DW Motorsports as a whole, we just mentioned, having a great race here today. And if they could have both their drivers finish top 10, that'd be an outstanding performance for that team. Olive Ford is also showing some muscle. Here's one of their weaker teams, per se, Push to Pass Motorsports in the 82 for John Gilbert, and they're running inside the top 20. A great performance by the 82 team, or at least just outside the top 20, I believe. I believe he's in 21st. And for Gilbert, he is, he's been making a lot of small gains throughout the season. They've missed a few races and have really rebounded great. And that Speedco Ford has just been getting stronger and stronger each week. And now no longer when they qualify do you expect them to finish low 30s, but they actually have an opportunity to go up and compete for a top 20. So great job by that team so far early on in the race. Still 40 more laps, though, to make up some ground. For drivers that are looking to make up a lot of ground, though, the 53 car of Derek Petrie, it's just been a miserable day. A lot of drivers could say the same. You see Blaine Keys, the veteran, still looking for a turnaround this season at Smart Motorsports. It is not going to happen here at Ocean State. And as for Derek Petrie, Big Motorsports, we talked about their inconsistencies. 1 week half the team's on, the next week all the team has great races. The next week, all the team is struggling, and right now it's definitely looking to be a half and half situation, as Petrie's not running well, and neither is Zygarde, but Kyle Singer is right up there at the front. You see him there again in 5th position. But as for the car in front of him, Matthew Brown, he is all over the back bumper of the number 2 car, trying to make the inside work. You see just how flat the track is. He is unable to make the corner, and the 2 car holds him down, and it's so hard to pass there, it looks like, on the inside. But we have, that's just the lap car, Ryan Dunn. That's another driver looking to just try to escape with any points he can at this rate. And it does not, I don't believe, this race does not look like it's going to be culminating in a caution flag anytime soon. So for Dunn, he's just going to try to have to hope that some other car has a problem in front of him and escape with as many points as he can, because right now running last place right now, and it does not look good for the 75 car out there. Rick Witten, the 68, having a solid run inside the top 10. A small victory that Red Viper Racing really needs right now, so that's good to see. Just behind him, the 98 car of Daniel Voyle is also having a good run. He's outside the top 20 in points, and that veteran would like to make it in. This helps him out a lot. And then further back, you see the 2 National Racing cars looking to try to break in the top 10. Cesar Chavez, Stuart Gratton also having good top 15 runs, and Ruby Easton in the number 27 car trying to keep her top 20 points run going. She is sitting 17th in points and looking to hold on to that. As for Chavez, he's just outside. He's looking to bump her out. And things go from bad to worse for the 02 cars. Hossein is going to have to make an unscheduled pit stop for a cut tire. Probably has something to do with that damage he had on pit road earlier, but if there's any solace, he won't have to come down pit road with a bunch of other competitors next time by. So at least he has the pit road all to himself, but it's not going to help because now he is off the lead lap. To this guy, the 7 car of Sam Rogers, who has dominated this race. most of the 79 laps, besides for pit stops, have been led by him. And he is continuing to show that strength, holding in front of Logan Sanders well. But he's got to have a better pit stop next time by if he's going to want to hold on to that lead. And you see Matthew Brown, I think this guy could be a dark horse for the win at the end of this thing if he can get by Jay Barker. And Barker has been a nuisance for him, a pain in the neck. He is not letting him by, nor should he, but it's got to be driving Matthew Brown crazy at this point. And back to your points leader, how we mentioned him earlier in the race, and it has not gotten better for Brian Boone either. He is struggling deep in the field. It's not like Brian Boone really needs a good run at this point to make the chase, but for how his teammate is running, you'd expect him to be up there competing, but obviously the flat track has not been well to him and to a lot of other drivers out there in the same regards. Logan Sanders, short pits it looks like, and with just 16 laps in the race, Logan Sanders is going to be the first driver to test the waters on pit road, and this could be a good strategy for him. You saw how chaotic pit road was last time. Rick Witt, you see, making his way down to pit road with the onboard, getting down to pit road speed. Just in front of him, Jay Barker making his way down. And now Matthew Brown will take over the lead, but how will pit road serve? It's a lot quieter this time by, it looks like. You see Sam Rogers there exiting pit road, and he's going to be slowed again. And that's the second time in a row Sam Rogers has been slow. The first time I thought he stalled it looks like, and that's going to be devastating. That is devastating for Sam Rogers because look who just drove by. 13 laps to go, and Season 3 Coppin Amateur Series champion Logan Sanders has taken over the top spot, and he has gone to the lead, and he has a huge gap over Sam Rogers, who struggled getting out of pit road again. Might have stalled it twice in a row. And a rookie mistake for a veteran. You just don't expect that out of Rogers. Maybe he had to do something with getting around the pace car, it looked like. But now he's in trouble. The 2 car, the 43, all over the back bumper. And just in front of him, the 11 car has leapfrogged both of them. And Kyle Singer moves into the second position. See Kyle Collins coming out of pit road. You saw the leaders going by. And it's just been quite the race so far. Whoa, very close there with Colin Denton, the driver leading the Rookie of the Year battles. He's also having a good run here. But the focus is out in front as Logan Sanders now deep in traffic. Kyle Singer is going to have 10 laps in order to close the gap and try to take away Sanders' first career victory at the top echelon of the ASCA League. Will he be able to hold him off and complete another 10 rounds around this track? He'll be up to these lap cars definitely if Kyle Singer can get to him. And right now Rhodes and the 61 of Alexander Rowe are not making it easy. Look at the 21 car. This was the dark horse I predicted. Matthew Brown making a move to the second position, and Sam Rogers moving up to fourth position, trying to reel in these guys in front of him. And National Racing, the team that has led over 70 laps of the race so far today, it does not look like they're going to go to victory lane. And you see held back there in sixth position, Jay Durrell also having a very quiet run. But how about Sam Rogers losing it on the last pit stop? You see the run through the rest of the drivers who are trying to make it inside the top 10 late in the going. I can't believe Rogers just unable to make it off a pit road twice in a row. I mean, the gap he had coming down the first time could have saved him there, and it's not going to work out for Sam Rogers in the end. 2 to go as things in the late top 5 are getting very hectic. Jay Barker fighting off the 21 car. Sam Rogers also getting in there. And it is crazy back there with the lap traffic and those drivers looking for a top 5. Kyle Singer's going to probably get a second place finish here, but the focus is on the tailgate of the 09 cars. He drives off and takes the white flag. Nighthawk Racing and Ford as a whole has been trying to break out and become that Ford team that can contend for championships. We haven't seen the last 4 seasons but maybe this is the start. 2 wins now in the season for Knight Hoffman Racing, and for Logan Sanders, it's his first of the year and the first of his career. What an outstanding drive for Sanders to come from the deep top 10 and to make his way up through pit stops and capitalize on mistakes in order to capture his first victory. A great run, a great drive by Sanders all around, no mistakes, and for a second-year driver, that's a veteran drive right there. And Sanders will see his first victory and maybe become a championship hopeful for the top 4 that we'll see at the end of the season. But joining him could be Kyle Singer, who also showed and continues to show that he is a competitor and one of the favorites for the season title at the end of the year. Looking down the rest of the grid, though, Kyle Collins, Nicholas Smudio, Nick Purcell. You see some Old Spice Racing names there. And how about the big motorsports names? Derek Petrie, Webster Zygarde. Things continue to be terrible this season for Zygarde. And a lot of things have to be turned around here after race 8. Halfway through the regular season now officially, and only 8 races left before we crown the top 20 that will be moving on to the chase. Kyle Singer moved to the top of the chart after his second place run, with Jay Barker there sitting in second, with Brian Boone and Nick Purcell taking a tumble off the top 2 spots after their pole performances. But at the cut line, things still very close. Zach Komoski and Jack Porkins fighting for each and every point. That's all the ASCA has for today, and we'll see you all next time for the Coppin Amateur Series and their special event. But as for the Pennzoil Pro Series, the next race is Dover. See y'all then.
With my